What's up, y'all? So, a lot has happened in K-pop. Well, not a lot. Some major happened in K-pop yesterday. It was early morning for me, which was like 2 in the morning, my time, probably 4 p.m. Korea time, 2 p.m. Thai time. Yeah, it's just that breaking news broke out that Kris, EXO Kim, what the XOM Kris has decided to file a lawsuit to nullify his contract with SM Entertainment. Now, what that basically means is that he wants to end his contract with SM Entertainment. That's it. So, but it's a major thing because it's it's just major. It's XO. They're the new rising group. They're very popular. A lot of people know of them, whether it's good or bad. So, for him to say that he wants to end his contract, it's just like it's shocking everybody. First of all, it blindsided the heck out of me when I saw this news on All K-pop. It blindsided me so much that I had to blog about it at 2 in the morning. So this is serious news, and apparently the reason why the reason why he wants to end his contract is because he feels if he's being treated like an object at the entertainment at SM, and that they're scheduling performances, they're scheduling activities without his consent, and it's affecting his health. Now, a lot of people are worried about EXO's health when they're doing too much. We've seen this a lot when they was promoting Growl and all this stuff. People was concerned about his health, so I guess it's being in the forefront that they're doing something that is not right with their health. Now, I guess it got serious. First of all, the Chinese media knew about it before the Korean media, so he filed under his Chinese name that he wants to end the contract. Second, the lawyer that handles Super Junior's Hong Guns, I don't know how to say his name, but um, the lawyer who handled his case is handling Kris' case. So I'm not saying that there's a guarantee that Kris will win this battle because I don't know what's going on there. I mean, Super Junior EXO is kind of the same thing. A lot of members EXO. I guess he might win. I guess he might not. It could go either way. I don't know what's the terms in this contract or any of that, but it could go any way. He could probably win. He could probably not. So that's another shocking thing. Well, it's not that shocking, but it kind of reassures fans who wants to support Kris that he might get out of SM. But I don't know. I'm like in the middle here because SM is SM for a mofo reason. They're the top for a mofo reason. They have their hands in some nasty stuff. Okay, so don't think that SM is squeaky clean. There or not. I feel as if it could go either way. Deal with SM. Another thing is that SM decided to release a statement. I don't know what the statement is completely. I already blog about this. This is just like my views on the recent updates. So, but I just want to give people who don't know the information what's going on right now. I think they're saying that they was checking into it, see if it was true or not. The usual SM statement, and they going to try to continue to promote XO's overdose, their promotion to go on smoothly. Because in my blog post, like I said, it's kind of a weird time where he is filing suit against SM because it is during their overdose promotion time. So it's like, what's going on here? And I said, like, did something happen in this promotion where he wants to file suit now, or is it the lawyers acting now for him? Is the lawyers just now acting on this lawsuit during this time? I don't know. It's a lot of questions. So yeah, a lot of people had speculations that Kris did not file it, whether it's true or not, like I said, and because they didn't have no records of it at the court system until 10 Asia, which I guess it's a news organization over there, found out that it is true, and that they have images of him, well, not images of him doing so, but the submission image of him, submitting that he wants this lawsuit to happen. So yeah. So just a lot of shit's going on. That's just the update. That was just breaking news and updates last night. Early morning. Now, when I went to sleep. Of course, it's like 2 in the morning. Come on, I had spent an hour working on that blog post. So I went to sleep. I woke back up. Apparently, members from EXO is unfollowing Kris on Instagram, and people are to me, I think I'll get to that later. Yeah, people are unfollowing him on Instagram. His members, aside from Becky, and I think most people are speculating that SM took their phones and did that for them. I don't know. Like I said, it could be them, it could not be them. But the way that Tile and Shunho is acting, I feel as if that it could happen where they took their phones, but I feel as if it might not happen. Let me read what let me get to it first. What It's just been a developing story just all day. It's just really blindsided the whole, just blindsided everybody, and I feel as if not we, but just all of K-pop is in a frenzy right now. So let me see what Shunho said. I want to go with Shunho first, then Tile, because Tile wrote a lot. Shunho said a lot. So here's what Shunho said. He was like, all the members had a conversation. We don't understand Kris's actions at all. Everyone was caught off guard and have mixed feelings. Basically how the K-pop community is acting right now. We were caught off guard. Who told you to play? Okay. And then he continued. He was like, I think Kris' actions are irresponsible and shows that he's not thinking about EXO at all. Our members, our agency have no issues. What Kris needs to do right now is take back the lawsuit and apologize to the members and the company. I'll get to that part later. And then he went to they won in Countdown. Shunho was the only one that went on stage and got the speech and gave the speech and took the trophy. This is what he said for the speech. Thank you for the big award. Thank you to all the people who love us. It's Teachers Day, so I want to thank Lee So-man, SM. I can't say that word. We won't forget this blessing. I sincerely love the EXO members. Our motto is we are one, and like the motto says, we become an EXO that think about EXO and our fans instead of our individual selves. We work hard and we thank you. We are one. EXO, I love you. Now, Shunho, whether SM wrote this or whether Shunho said this, I feel as if he needs to take back his lawsuit and apologize. For what reason does he need to do that? If he feels as if he's treating like an object, I don't think it's necessary for him to take back his lawsuit and apologize. He could probably apologize to the member for blindsiding them, but for him to take back his lawsuit, I don't think that's possible. I don't think that it concerns Shunho that much where he demands him to take back his lawsuit. No. If Kris feels like he's been treated as an object, he needs to leave. If he feels like his health is a concern, he needs to leave. Now, you could do whatever you want to do. All of EXO's members could do whatever they want to do. They could stay in that type of situation. But Kris says, I don't want to. So, to me, I'm just like, good job, Kris. Do what you need to do. Don't let other people dictate yourself. Because if you don't feel safe, if you don't feel comfortable in SM anymore, then leave. That's how I feel. So with this comment, when I read this comment, Lord knows I wanted to go on the deep end and want to punch somebody in the face. Whether it's SM PR person that made Shunho did this, or if it's Shunho himself who said this comment. Now I'll get to what fans think later because it just is a lot. So I want to get to Tile's comment because he felt betrayed. And like I said, you could feel betrayed all you want. I mean, yeah, it's a natural emotion after being blindsided like that, but you went to the deep end they went to the deep end on this thing. Let me see what they said. Oh, my computer is about to die. Let me hurry up with this one. He was like, oh, this is a long one. He always write long posts on his Weibo account. He was like, the road is long and no one can decide where you want to go. The public will always be left in the dark. But it might be that the public will side with who is in the minority. However, that's not the truth. Only those who have experienced the truth are able to understand, such as our 11 members and SM employees. To those on the outside, the right and wrong could be reflected oppositely. They probably won't know what it feels like to be betrayed by another person, and then to have everyone side with the person who has betrayed us. Everyone can have their own perspective and opinions. However, the truth is pointing to what is right and wrong. We have clear conscience. We can't stop someone who wants to leave, and he kept this from us. As we are sweating and practicing hard for our concert, we learned that one shouldn't be coming back. We have to restart preparation for the concert as 11 members. So tired. EXO, let's love. And then people was like, oh, that's not him. Then he came back and said it is him. My question is, like, yes, like I said, you could feel betrayed. Just, you could feel betrayed, and you know, towards the end, he was like, oh, I'm mad that we have to restart our preparation to dance as 11 members instead of 12. Oh, wait, oh well. Just, oh well. That's just, life goes on. If he doesn't want to be there, if he doesn't want to be with SM anymore because of the conditions that he has been going through that could affect his health and, you know, all this other shenanigans, then he don't need to be there. It doesn't matter what any of the members says, okay? It doesn't matter. He doesn't want to be there, he don't let him be there. And then the thing about him saying that the people on the outside are siding with Kris, well, it's just like, this is not no who's right, who's wrong. There's no who's right, who's wrong here. If Kris wants to leave, let him leave. Did I say it's the right? Well, I am saying it's the right choice. But if he wants to leave, let him do what he wants to do. I hope Korea is a free mofo country, because come on now, if he doesn't want to be in SM, he don't have to be in SM. Despite what any of the members are saying. Okay? I don't care if you felt betrayed. You will feel betrayed. But it's just only a moment. Okay? It's only a moment. But the conditions that Kris are saying that he's in, his health and all that stuff, I think that's more important than you feeling betrayed. So serious. Because if he, you know, develops a condition or do this or have, you know, if he faints and all this stuff, he just don't want to be in that type of predicament. Now, I don't know what's all behind the scenes. Like Kyle said, we don't know. But I'm not saying that, you know, EXO is wrong and Kris is right. Nobody's saying that. We saying that SM is wrong, because this is the third one. This happened with Super Junior. This happened with DBSK. And now it's happening with EXO. There's a problem. If it's happening three times, then there's a problem. So we are not blaming EXO. We're not blaming you guys. We're blaming SM. If you think SM is part of EXO, like you did as the group of not, you know, of what we should think is right, then you're wrong. Then that's where I say you're wrong. It's not SM EXO, okay? It's EXO, SM, Kris. Who's wrong? SM. Not EXO or Kris. SM. Because this happened 3 times. And I think they know that this happened this is the third time. They should know what happened in the past. So this is a problem. And it's probably going to be a problem in the future if this continues on. I mean, it won't hurt your popularity and all that stuff. Well, with Kris, deciding, when Kris filed his lawsuit, the stock of SM went down. So I guess, you know, it is affecting their money, but I think people are reopening their eyes to what's going on in SM. I mean, it happened in all companies, but I think SM, they try to be so squeaky clean, and like their artists really like working there, and their artists not being mistreated and all this stuff. I feel as if there people are opening their eyes to this company that tries to be squeaky clean. That's it. So I just, with Shunho and Taeho's comments, I'm like, you totally making it left field. You totally making people go against you. Not go against Kris. Go against you. That's how I feel. Maybe some exotics or all this are trying to be on both sides, but there's literally no both sides here. They are up here trying to make Kris feel guilty. Make him stay within the group and drop his lawsuit. No. That's not going to happen. He's going to do what he wants to do. Kris is part Canadian. He is not full Asian. I'm telling you. I learned this in international communications. There's Western side, there's an Eastern side. This lawsuit is really directing from his Western side of Canadianness. Okay, so I feel as if that side is taking over. He will not back down. Canada's on top of the United freaking States. He knows what he wants to do. He will do it. He will accomplish it by any means. I feel as if whether he's going to, if he loses the lawsuit, I feel as if he will pay out from the contract and leave. I'm just like with Block B. I feel as if something's going to happen where he will get out of that group. Now, that's how I feel. It doesn't necessarily mean it's the truth. Like I said, I'm going to stick in the middle. I'm on Kris' side, but I'm going to stick in the middle because even though he got this lawyer that Super Junior What's-His-Face had, that doesn't mean that he's going to get out like Super Junior What's-His-Face did. You got to worry about SM, who is dirty, I feel as if. They have a shady side. So, yeah. And then the fans are like, the fans are really on, they're confused. I feel as if they're confused. They want to make up. I won't say make up. They're trying to make everything seem perfectly fine when it's not. They're trying to say that this lawsuit is a similar lawsuit that Girls' Generation Soo Young made, where she didn't want to end a contract. She wanted to do this, blah, 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 and she's still in the group. I think fans are really trying to spread that message around, like Kris is not going to leave the group. No, yes, he is. The fact that they said EXO 11, yes, he is. There's no and there's no question about it, okay? There's no question about it. He wants to leave the group. There is no lawsuit to saying that he wants better conditions, but he'll stay in the group. Then what about all 11 of them? Should they all file a lawsuit to get the same treatment as Kris is getting if he wins that lawsuit? So that's what I'm saying. It's just like, he wants to leave. I don't care what any exotics try to pass around on Tumblr, all K-pop, wherever. He wants to leave. And then fans are like, oh, SM is making Shuho, Tayo write all this stuff about them, blah, 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 so on and so forth. They trying to make Kris as the bad guy. We've seen it happen before in DBSK. We've seen this happen before with Super Junior, blah, blah, blah. We see this happen at 2 p.m., so on and so forth. I just don't care who's doing it right now. If it's from his account, it's from his account. It will make me believe that it's from Tayo. And of course, people may call me stupid and all this stuff. I don't care, but something's not right. Something's not right. It's just that if they are allowing SM, if SM is allowing EXO, if EXO is allowing SM to take their accounts and write this stuff that's bringing negative influence towards Kris, then they need to reevaluate their company. Because that's not right to do. Okay? That's not right to do. So if they are still completely siding with SM after all the shit that went down, if the fans claim that SM took their cell phones and wrote this shit, if SM PR people made Shuho say that shit, they need to reevaluate the company that they're with. Period. Because you're really being a dictator now. You're really trying to make your friend that you trained with for so long look like the bad guy, even though he may or may not be one. He's worrying about himself instead of all the EXO members, but all the EXO members need to worry about themselves and the condition that they're in too. If you're being treated harshly and your health is in a way and it's deteriorating and you have to go to the hospital and shit, you need to figure out what you want to do with yourself, because yes, you're going to get popular, yes, you're going to get money in, but your health is going to play a factor, and your SM is confirming activities that you don't want to do. Now, they said they abolished the slave contract and all this stuff, but I feel as if it's still in effect. It's probably under a different name, probably under different terms where it looks like it's all peachy clean. But, like I said, SM is shady. All these companies are shady to me. So that's how I feel about the whole situation. I just don't like how EXO members are taking it. Even if it's SM doing the whole thing, it's childish what they're doing. It is childish. They should say nothing. They don't need to say anything. They should have kept their mouth shut like SM do most of the goddamn times when it comes to anything else pertaining to scandal or something as big as this. They shut their mouths and move on. Shuho didn't need to say what he said at the speech. Tayo shouldn't have to say what he said on his Weibo account. Nobody should say anything. Nobody should be posting anything. Everything needs to be on standstill when it comes to EXO right now. Yes, Kris is excluded on all the activities. Yes, they have to redo the dance practice, redo the choreography, whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So, whatever. Nothing should have been said. That's my whole viewpoint on it. Because right now, they're acting childish. They're acting like children. SM and EXO 11. So, they should have just, when they had their cell phones, they should have deleted everything before SM got into it. Because if they knew what happened with Super Junior and DBSK, they should have deleted everything. All their Twitters, all their Instagrams, so nothing could have been said. So it wouldn't look like Kris is the bad guy when he really is not the bad guy. That's it. You know, more it's still developing the what's going on, but yeah, there's no. Yeah. I'll probably write a blog post about it, like how I completely feel. Well, this is how I completely feel, but just on my blog side, just put my YouTube side. But seriously, there's a problem, a huge one. So, yeah, that's my whole opinion on this Kris nullifying his contract thing. Okay? Agree to disagree. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to, you can say that you hate me, blah, blah, blah. I don't know shit, blah, 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 blah. People always do it in the first place, whatever. But this is just my opinion. Okay? Deuces, you all.